私の名はナジュラ。お前を裁く者の名だ。
Welcome everyone, Personality here, bringing you all the news from the fighting game community, whether it's from a casual or competitive perspective. And today is Najd Day. So for those of you who are in King of Fighters 15, go check out the new DLC character. Najd officially joins the roster and brings King of Fighters 15's huge roster to now 57. Look, I didn't even know this game had all these characters, and for me personally, this Evo 2023 King of Fighters had my favorite top 6. The matches were explosive, they were really had me on the edge of my seat at times. They were really good. But today I want to talk about a recent interview conducted by 4gamer.net with Yasuki Oda, the general manager of SNK's first software development division, who is in charge of the Osaka studio, about the recent situation and development progress for each titles. So aside from Najd, we already know that King of Fighters 15 is expecting 2 more characters to come this year. So we already have Najd, and in August, Duo Lon in autumn, and then there will be another one who they haven't announced officially yet, the character itself, but that character will be coming in winter. Interestingly, in fall, Mr. Oda can be quoted saying, "I would like to adjust the balance of the main characters and update them after that." So King of Fighters 15 is going to see a balance patch in the near future. I doubt they might do that before the SNK World Tournament series that we already spoke about on this channel. We may see some changes coming to King of Fighters 15 in the very near future. Now, we want to talk about City of the Wolves. Now, remember, in my Evo prediction, I said I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some news about this game because they announced it, went completely radio silent for a year. I was like, where's the next best opportunity to talk about an upcoming Fatal Fury game? None other than Evo. And lo and behold, I got what I wanted. So they dropped that trailer for City of the Wolves on it, and I already love the way it looks. Now, it's a bit different from the King of Fighters 15 models, and I am glad that it's different because I think now they're taking advantage of that unique style that King of Fighters has, and then they're putting that cell shading, that emphasis on more shadows, more dynamic colors, making it look full of energy. King of Fighters gives off this energetic feel about it, but I definitely love the approach and the new models they've shown us so far. But added to that, 4gamer asked a very important question, as there was a recent change in studios and overall development has been increased on various titles. 4gamer.net asked if there is anything that has become easier to do. Mr. Oda then replied by saying, in that sense, it has become easier to increase the number of employees. So the development site is becoming more and more fulfilling. So currently they have this hybrid work functionality, whether you can work remotely or you come in office. However, with the increase of employees, which could eventually affect development and production, he is saying that SNK is becoming a very fun place to work again. So, you know, there were 5 people in the first month, and then within that year, we originally made smartphone apps in-house, and we increased it to about 30 to 40 people, including those who moved to the consumer team. There are more than 150 consumer teams in Osaka now, so it can be said that it is expanding rapidly. So we're gonna see some of these developments being poured into these titles more and more. And what is interesting to note is that not only did they give us this trailer, but Mr. Oda was also able to speak about how far the game has come along. So he says that the core part as a fighting game is at the stage where it has been made to some extent. Among the playable characters, 7 to 8 people have all the actions and can be moved. Now this is a rough translation, kind of sounds janky, but I'm thinking that what he's essentially implying is that some of the characters already have their move sets completely and you can perform actions with them. So it's not just a conceptual phase of yo, we want to do City of the Wolves. No, this is something that has been moving along smoothly. And from now on, they will be in the stage of mass production at once or making all the other parts. At the same time, we will also create various game modes. Speaking of going well, it's going well. So not only do we need standard arcade modes and training modes, we need a solid story mode. I mean, look at what Street Fighter 6 has done with World Tour. World Tour stands at the top in terms of variety that is offered by a fighting game. I'm not thinking that SNK should offer that, but definitely if you've got a story that can really grip us from the Fatal Fury series, this is the opportunity to capitalize on appealing that to a wide audience, because Mr. Oda also goes on to say that, you know, this team has been receiving this game well. In fact, he says it is a symbolic title for SNK. So I think it's a good title for the current timing of the second founding period. And I am making it with enthusiasm. Now, the first time he was actually called into SNK was to work on the Fatal Fury series. But they mentioned other games, the sequel to Samurai Shodown coming up with Samurai Spirits. But guys, we've got to pay attention to City of the Wolves because there is an objective. The objective of SNK is to ensure that they get their games up there. So the top 3 fighting games better look out. In fact, everything that's out there better look out, because City of the Wolves, along with any other SNK properties, are on their way to establish themselves as the king of fighting game IPs. But guys, that's basically all that we're gonna talk about today. I will leave a link to the original article down below so you can digest it much more than what I've given you in today's video, just a quick breakdown. But I hope you guys are enjoying Naj. Don't worry, I'll get into King of Fighters soon enough. And I'll see you guys in the next video. But of course, until then, stay gaming.